So we are going for arc welding. So in the arc welding, we need the electric current for produce the arc. So for electric current, we are having two different current supply. One is DC current supply, one is AC current supply. So this is the DC current supply, and one more machine we are having, that is the AC current supply. So in this welding supply of current, we need one positive, one negative. So one is connected to the positive, to the holder, electrode holder, and another is the negative is connected to the workpiece or table. So the electrode holder is used to hold the electrode. Here the electrode work as a filler metal. So when you are going for arc welding, you have to fix the electrode in the electrode holder is completely insulated, so that when the operator is holding this electrode holder, will not get any electric shock. So fix the electrode. If you see the electrode, it's fully coated by the flux. While you use the electrode, it is a consumable electrode, it will also melt continuously. So while melting the material, this flux will release some gases. That gases, it will make a shield on the weld joint. It will protect the different gases which is in the air, so that the arc will be stable and the welding strength also be good. So for that, you have to fix the electrode in the electrode holder. While fixing, make sure in the tip where is that coating is not there, that side you have to fix it inside the holder. Then you have to do the welding. So now the current will pass through this electrode holder to this filler material or electrode. While we'll touch the workpiece, so it will complete the circuit or it will flow the current. That time it will produce an arc. After it's produced the arc, you have to lift the electrode and maintain the distance from the workpiece approximately 2 to 3 mm. And you have to maintain that distance throughout your welding process. If you are not maintaining that welding distance, so your arc will not be stable and the welding joint also not be good. Before welding, you have to take the safety and precautions. What are the safety things? First of all, you have to wear the apron. So to wear the apron properly, and then you have to tight it. You are using the heating area, you are heat the material, so you will not get any accident during the welding. Apart from that, always you have to use the hand gloves. This is the leather hand gloves. Suppose there is any leakage is there in the electric connections, so it will be a shock free. It will not give any electrical shock while during your experiment. The another is face shield. You should not look the spark in naked eye. Always you have to use the face shield and look from this area. Without the face mask or face shield, you should not look while you are doing the experiment or welding. So you have to always maintain all the safety precautions. And after weld, since the metal is very hot, don't touch in naked hands. Use the tongue for holding the specimen. Similarly, use the chipping hammer to chip the shield from the weld, and use the wire brush to clean the welding area. Okay, we are having mild steel material, so you have to weld these two in a butt joint. So in the butt joint, we have keep the material side by side Now we have to weld over here. Before welding you have to do some pre-process, otherwise the weld joint won't be proper and it can be break easily. So we will remove all the rust with the help of file, then we will come to the welding. We fix the workpiece in the vise for remove the rust and the bar. If it cornered any chips is there, we have to remove it. So in the same way you have to do for the both the workpiece for in the welding zone area. So now we will switch on the main power supply, then switch on the machine. Now you can see the amperes. If you need the voltage, you can keep the now other side, will show the voltage. Now if you want, you can check how much ampere is required. This reading you have to set according to your material. Which material you are going to do the welding, or the thickness of the material and the position of the welding. So we set the current is near about 70 amperes. Now as we saw before, after fixing the electrode, you have to keep the holder in such a way, after start the welding, maintain the gap near about 2 to 3 mm from the workpiece. Then only the arc will stable. And how to start, it's little bit tricky way. For starting the arc, you have to strike on the workpiece so that the full circuit will be completed. Because this is the plus of the plus connection and the negative is connected to the workpiece. So once you complete the circuit, then it will give a spark, then the heat will generate. After the spark will come, you have to maintain the distance from the workpiece. Since we are using a consumable electrode, this electrode also melt and slowly the gap will increase. So to do in such a way so that the gap is maintained throughout your welding process. And don't see the welding process without any safety gloves or the face shield. You have to use always the face shield to see the welding. So as I said before, first you have to do the tag weld in the opposite side so that it will not change the position. So we make a tag welding over here. Now you can see, but you have to do the welding in the opposite side. Turn this. You have to weld along this path. Now we'll start the welding. You can see this welding path, and slowly you have to move towards the workpiece. Now our welding is done. You can see it's coated by a flux. This is for, it will protect from the atmospheric gas. It will not make any effect in the welding. So after weld, you just chip it properly so that the slag will come out. using the wire brush to clean it properly. So since we welded right now, so metal will be too much hot. Don't use your naked hand. Use always the tongue to hold the workpiece and then file it properly or clean it. And you have to remove all this scatter from the welding area. So now our welding is done. This position is called butt joint. So we are keeping both the material in one to another and just weld it. After finish your welding, you have to measure the overall length, the total length of the workpiece. Then this weld bead length means the width of the weld bead and the length of the weld bead. And write in your observation table in the manual.